Hello and welcome to Wednesbury Road, and welcome to the review or look back match analysis. I don't know what I'm really going to call this, of the Oldham game which happened on Saturday. I want to firstly apologise for this coming out on Monday. Normally I'd bring it out on a Sunday, but I was really busy yesterday and unfortunately I couldn't bring it out. So we're going to be reviewing and looking back at the Oldham game where we won 2-1. If you haven't already, make sure to go and check out the fan cams which are on the channel, very easy to find, where we spoke to Kai and Kev and they spoke about the game. So our starting 11 was quite surprising actually. We started with 6 defenders. So our starting lineup was as followed: Mark Gillespie, Joe Edwards, Luke Leahy, John Guthrie, Nicky Devlin, Adam Chambers, Erhan Oztumer, Kieran Morris, James Wilson, Amadou Bakayoko and new signing Sean Donnellan. So 6 defenders. And I don't know what formation we actually went with. It looked like we just continued the 4 at the back. Joe Edwards in midfield, Adam Chambers in midfield, with Oztumer slightly further up the pitch, with Amadou Bakayoko up top. Key players for me that game: Nicky Devlin was absolutely superb. Nicky Devlin was fantastic, and so many people have already stated how well they thought he played. Luke Leahy I thought was a bit slow into the game. I was very impressed with Luke Leahy against Aston Villa. He looked like a very good player in that game, but I just haven't seen it from him this season so far. Did alright in pre-season, haven't really seen him turn up competitively this season, so I'm hoping Luke Leahy comes into the side sooner rather than later. Our 2 new centre-backs, John Guthrie and James Wilson, I think work fantastically well together. Obviously I'm quite disappointed that James O'Connor's just been thrown out of the team, but I'm very happy with the back 2 that we have. And something that I've noticed is we've actually got quite a tall squad now. A few people that I was sat with up in the upper were actually saying this as well. We've actually got quite a tall side now, which is very good for set pieces, because obviously we're all renowned for not being that good at defending set pieces. Obviously the goal we conceded at Bury was a set piece goal. So first off, I don't think we played too well. We were 1-0 down. McLaughlin with a cross which somehow found its way into the back of the net. I don't think we played well at all in the first half. There were boos cheering when the players went off the field at half time. We were 1-0 down and it wasn't good. It really wasn't good. And to be fair, I don't know whether it's something that John Whitney said to the players or the players turned their heads at half time, but we come out a completely different team. The players come out and we looked fantastic in the first half. Our passing in the final third was dreadful. Adam Chambers was holding the ball back. Morris was shooting wide. I don't think we looked good in the first half at all. We come out in the second half and we were a completely different side. We played really well, and it was our best performance of the season so far. Joe Edwards scoring off a corner, if I can remember it right, it was 2 days ago, scoring off a corner with pretty much an open net on the edge of the box, smacked it in 1-1. And to be honest, I don't know how we didn't win 3-4-1. I really don't. Amadou Bakayoko missed 2 clear-cut chances. He missed a header which was about 3 yards out, which in fairness, from the angle I was sitting at, might have been a bit harder to score than I may originally have thought. But he did miss another sitter which was basically an open net, and he's not doing himself any favours. I think Amadou Bakayoko had a very poor game, and to be honest, I can't remember the last time I saw Bakayoko have a good game, because he only ever seems to turn up in the Checkatrade Trophy, and I refuse to go to those games. Other standout players, John Edwards again, he is just fantastic all over the field. I was quite impressed with Donnellan actually. He played last season in the conference with, I can't remember who he was with. I think it was Dagenham and Redbridge in the conference last season. So he did pretty well to jump up 2 divisions. He obviously scored against us in pre-season, and we obviously got the winner in the last minute thanks to Erhan Oztumer. I mean, the chances we missed. I mean, Erhan Oztumer, I can never say his first name. Oztumer ran the ball onto the line, somehow missed that. The post. I don't know how we didn't win 3-4-1, but to briefly go over it all, first off, we were pretty dreadful. I'm hoping that John said something inspiring, which you can say further into the season if we're in that situation again, which we will be. We came out a completely different side, and if we played like that for 90 minutes, we would have won by so much. So I'm actually going to go on to the tweets now. I asked all you Saddlers to send in your thoughts on the game, and we're going to have a look at your comments. So I simply said, review time, I want you to send in your thoughts, who played well, who played bad, and is this like a turn in form? So Zane, he wasn't responding to my tweet, but he also said, anyone else a bit underwhelmed by Leahy so far? He got quite a few responses by that. So Dan Betts says Edwards controlled the midfield really well, linked defence to attack, Devlin looks good, Chambers too negative with sideways passing all the time. That's something that I was covering earlier. I feel like when we're moving up the field and then Chambers gets the ball in the middle, I don't feel like he tries to move it that much. I mean, there was a few occasions where he was passing it back and we were working our way up the field and Chambers was passing the ball back and he was passing it sideways and he wasn't really trying to like move the ball forward. So I 100% agree with Chambers there. Eddie Atkins, defence looked solid, just lacked the creativity in midfield and somebody to take the chances. Again, I think he's referring to Chambers. We're not looking too creative in the middle, which obviously is a huge problem. Zane, Edwards, Donnellan and Devlin were superb. Bakker needs to go out on loan. Still need another midfielder and striker. This is a video that I wanted to make. I 100% agree that Bakayoko needs to go on loan to a League 2 side. I was going to make a video on this, but I don't know whether it's worth making now. I just seriously think that he needs to go out, get some experience in League 2 and get some goals behind him. He's not a League 1 striker, he's at most League 2 at the minute, and I really do think he needs to go out on loan. So, I mean, Devlin's getting a lot of praise at the minute. Mickey Sadler, we need a striker, can't depend on Bakker. Not his fault, but he ain't as experienced enough to be the main man yet. Again, saying we need to send him out on loan, he needs to get some experience. Dan Gilbert, Devlin is wonderful. Bakker needs to toughen up and look interested. No good grabbing a goal one game, then look half-arsed and disappear the next. Very, very good point. Quite a lot of criticism coming in for Bakker, to be honest, which he missed two clear-cut chances. You can understand it. Ryan Pratt, excuse me. Walsall were the better side over 90. Devlin and Edwards were class. It's clear that we need a striker and one more creative midfielder. All of these comments are pretty similar, actually. Jack Wilkinson was agreeing with Zane's comment. I agree, Flanagan and Bakker out on loan to League 2 clubs. New midfielder and striker needed as soon as possible. To be honest, I don't think Flanagan would cut it in League 2. I think Flanagan probably needs to go somewhere near the conference. Zane commenting on Bakayoko again. I don't think it's the finished article yet. I'd loan him to a League 2 side for a few months. And that's all of it. So it's all the same comments. We need a midfielder. Chambers needs to stop holding the ball back so much. Bakayoko needs to go out and get some experience. We need a midfielder and we need a striker. Bakayoko's just not cutting it at the minute, and Devlin and Edwards were superb. So I hope you have all enjoyed this review. Again, if you've got any other comments, make sure to hit me up on Twitter or the Wednesbury Road Twitter. If you haven't already, make sure to go and check the link in the description, the Wednesbury Road Twitter, wednesburyroad.co.uk, and my Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.